Here now with the head coach of the Villanova Wildcats, entering his 30th season with the team, the CAA's all-time winningest head coach, Andy Talley. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Great to be here.
Now, last year when we spoke here at M&T Bank Stadium, Villanova was ranked #1 in the preseason. Kind of a roller coaster year last year. You started off with a couple of losses, won 4 in a row, lost 3, won the final 2. What's the takeaway for the team after a season like that?
Well, you can't lose games by 1 point, 2 point, and 3 points, and that's what we did. We lost 3 games by a point, and it really came home to roost in the end, because you take a look at your team, and we had a pretty good team on paper, and you end up 6-5. So you got to win the close games in the CAA, and I think we all know that.
You've got a player back by the name of John Robertson. He's the CAA preseason Offensive Player of the Year. He's on the Walter Payton Award watch list. You've had a couple guys win that award. Does he have the potential to finish his career or even continue his career this year as a junior as one of those top impact offensive guys along the lines of a Brian Westbrook and a Brian Finner? And is he at that level?
Yeah, no, I really think he is. I think that John is probably one of the best quarterbacks in the country at any level. He rushed for 1,200 yards last year, threw for 2,000. I mean, he is a phenomenal prospect. I love the guy. One of the best quarterbacks we've ever had.
Talk about one of the guys that Bobby is going to be speaking with, one of his targets, Poppy Livers. A lot of excitement with the 1-2 punch on offense.
Yeah, I love Poppy. He's one of those little engines that could. I mean, he gets it done. He can do everything. And just a wonderful kid. He's our captain, and he was a walk-on who earned a scholarship. So, Poppy Livers is a big play kid for us.
Let's switch over to the defensive side of things, where you've got the task of trying to replace Antoine Lewis and Raheem Cox, 2 key players in the defensive scheme last year. How do you go about filling those holes?
Well, they're 2 tough guys to replace, both all-league players, guys that were good for 4 years, started for 4 years. So it's going to be rough, but I think overall our defense right now looks to be as strong as we were last year. We only gave up 22 points a game last year. I think we can keep it somewhere between 20 and 21 this year. But our strength right now on defense is our linebacker core. We have 4 or 5 guys that I like a lot. Corey Majors, Donnie Cherry are guys that I think are going to really be good players for us. We've got a little work to do in the secondary. Pretty good defensive line coming back, though.
All right, as we look at some of the preseason accolades and the preseason rankings, you guys at #2 this year. That's what the coaches voted on, the SIDs vote on. So they obviously like your team, think you have a good chance to compete at the top of the conference and make the playoffs. What are your thoughts on your team? What are your expectations for 2014?
Well, I like our team. I think we have a chance to be pretty good. Schedule's rough. We open at Syracuse, and then we come back and play Fordham, who last year was a playoff team, and they have everybody back. So we've got to figure out a way to get through the first 2 games, and then we play JMU. So the schedule's a little rough early on, but if we can stay healthy, we're going to ride John Robertson and Kevin Monangai, an all-conference running back 2 years ago, and see if we can squeak a couple out and get a good start. Last year we were 0-2 out of the box. That's difficult. So I think we have a chance to be pretty good.
You mentioned that tough start of the season schedule. Let's go to the opening game at Syracuse. Last year, you led Boston College at the half 14-7, put a scare into the ACC squad. What are some of the advantages of playing a higher level team to start off the year?
Well, you've got to be sky high for the game, or you're probably going to get blown out. And we gave BC a great run, had a chance to go up 21. We just missed a quick pass in the end zone. But you've got to come out of the game healthy. Last year we lost 3 starters for the year, and that hurts. So what you're hoping is that, #1, you come out healthy, #2, that you can get back up on a high horse and play a good team the next week. And we couldn't last year against Fordham. We got beat up there.
All right, well, thank you so much. Best of luck this season.
My pleasure.